What's going on, everybody? Jeff Holiday here, and I wanted to make this rather quick little video because it's something kind of striking and kind of important. Now, what I want to talk about today is AFM, Acute Flaccid Myelitis. Now, that might be kind of a mouthful, and, well, what exactly is that? Well, here you go.
An incredibly rare disease, AFM is a serious condition which attacks the nervous system and can cause paralysis in the arms or legs. It can affect anyone, but children are most at risk.
That's kind of spooky, don't you think? That is a little concerning, absolutely. Well, the thing is, it usually affects only about 1 in a million people, but we go through these trends, these cyclic trends where it starts to spike every 2 years. Why that is? We don't know. Nobody knows. We're not really sure. We're not even really sure what exactly is causing it. From the CDC, possible causes of AFM. AFM or similar neurological conditions may have a variety of possible causes, such as viruses, environmental toxins, and genetic disorders. There's kind of a complication with that, and we'll get to that in just a minute, but certain viruses that can cause AFM or similar neurological conditions are poliovirus and non-polio enteroviruses, West Nile virus, adenoviruses. And so one of the things that puts kind of a damper into understanding where it's coming from is how wide it's spread. And while I'm recording this now, more and more numbers are starting to pour in from all sorts of different states. For instance, we have currently 6 children in Minnesota, 9 in Illinois, 14 in Colorado, 6 in Washington, 8 in Texas, and more. They just keep coming in. And it's a terrifying situation, especially because of how it affects predominantly children and what it does. Take a look.
Symptoms can include muscle weakness in the arms, legs, and neck, drooping of the face or eyelids, and trouble speaking or swallowing. In some cases, it can lead to paralysis or death.
So while yes, there might be some genetic factors to it, there might be some environmental factors to it, the fact that it clusters in areas tends to make some people worried that it might be a viral infection, that it might actually be something that people are contracting or they could spread. And that's why it's really important. If you have a child and you see a child who drooping the face or numbness in the arm, maybe some difficulty breathing, it's imperative to take them to the doctor. Now, this isn't to say like they have AFM, because more than likely they don't. There's probably something else going on, but just in case, I mean, any of those symptoms, you should definitely take them to the doctor. But it's important to know this kind of thing because if they need to go on a respirator, they need to go on a respirator now. Now, the other really terrible thing about AFM is that it really does screw kids up, probably for life. However, with some treatment and rehabilitation programs, you can see kids starting to bounce back a little bit. For instance, there's this example.
This is Lydia Pilarowski, 4 years ago. Pay close attention to her left arm. She's really not moving it. She is in the throes of acute flaccid myelitis. While some children never fully recover from AFM, Lydia has steadily improved over the last 4 years.
We count our blessings every day to see her being able to do the things that she loves to do.
And there's this example.
There's more going on here than just Legos. Its symptoms are similar to polio, with weak or paralyzed limbs, slurred speech, and difficulty swallowing. Quentin is happy to be back home from the hospital. After 2 weeks of blood tests, MRIs, and spinal taps, doctors don't know when or if his symptoms will go away. In some cases, kids turn out fine. In others, they have it for life. Quentin is already showing signs of improvement, slowly getting his strength back.
So why am I covering this otherwise obscure and rare condition? Well, the main reason is 2 things. Number 1, whereas we might have pretty much eradicated polio in America, it still does exist in other parts of the world, and this is a throwback to how badly polio screwed so many people up. And it's important to be aware of just how vulnerable we can be. The reason for that is, to my second point, Mother Nature is designed to kill us. That's just how it is. We have this naturalist fallacy that is out there in the world where if we're just one with Mother Earth, then we will be healthier and happier and live life fuller and be free from disease and blah, blah, blah. But that's not true. The competition in our biosphere lends itself to viruses and microbes and bacteria adapting to be more successful. That's what evolution is. That's what biology is. It is trying to get one up for that species to thrive. Because of that, we may be apex predators on the top of our food chain. However, we are still very much prey for the tiniest of things. So it's important that we understand immunology. It's important that we understand how these types of conditions can arise, because they will arise. Our biosphere, our environment is always changing, and it will always change in ways that if we're not prepared for it and we don't pay attention to it, can seriously harm us. And in the case of this, our kids. So perhaps this is just a teaching moment to understand that whereas we're doing really good now that we have embraced modern medical technology and we've been able to fight back against some of these things that screwed us up in the past, like polio, we can't just stop. We need to keep our eye on the prize. We need to be aware of what our environment is, what our planet is, and how these things work.
With flu season right around the corner, do the same things you would do for that. Cover your mouth when you cough, sneeze into your elbow, and wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands.
That's just going to be it real quick. Just a fast little video for you guys. Wanted to put this out there. Also bring some attention to, I do a show called the YouTube Saints. On Wednesdays, it's on Twitch, and on Fridays, it's on our YouTube channel. As well, if you're interested, go check out my Patreon, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Links is always in the description down below. Song of Salt and Poo episode 5 is coming out this month. I hope you're gonna be excited for it, because it's a doozy. But otherwise, I hope your family is well. I hope you're well. I'll see you again next time. Take care, everybody, and bye-bye.